Hi, I'm Greg,
Hi, I'm Will.
and welcome to our next episode of Theme Parks and Patents.
Today we're talking about something that I've actually been wondering about for a long time. So if you've ever been to Universal Studios, Universal Florida, if you've seen or if you've been on the VelociCoaster, you know there's a spot in the queue where there's these little windows, and you can see like the train car or like the car like go zooming by, and then you'll see like some velociraptors. Not very long, a very like short scene, but it's really cool.
So yeah, they have a patent on this. I think it's the only patent for the VelociCoaster. So would this be considered a prop patent? Or
Kind of, yeah.
It's not actually the ride.
Yeah.
It's like a show scene
Yeah.
type idea.
Yeah, I kind of split up the patents into two things, like ride patents, like how we do patents, how we did patents on Indiana Jones and
like the actual ride vehicle.
Yeah, and then other patents are like how we did those two videos on Rise of the Resistance with like the Kylo Ren walking towards you and like the lightsaber in this.
Okay. Are there only props that we've done?
I don't know if we've really done anything else.
I'm trying to remember. I think everything else might be more ride mechanism.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else about VelociCoaster?
Not much that I can really think about, other than I have no idea what spot in the ride. I assume it's in one of the launch sections, but I don't know which spot in the ride that you see the cars from.
Oh, it's the second launch before the top hat.
Oh, that's what I was kind of thinking. I'm like, wait, what?
As you come out of the Velociraptor
that makes
cage,
sense.
you go in that tunnel, and that if you look, that's where this is.
Yeah, so after it's that one that before you go into that giant top hat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they actually shine a light on you. I think too. They said you could see more at night to light up the scene.
Oh yeah.
So this was patented, filed in 2019. They did a provisional on it. If I've never talked about a provisional, that's just kind of more of an informal application. It can be as informal or as formal as you want. They'll usually just do that early, just in case they think they might change something. But here they only did, they did the provisional in January and then filed the real one in February. So maybe there was a rush to get something on file, and then they just made it an official filing, what they call a utility patent filing that actually gets examined a month later. So issued as a patent to Universal. You can see here they've got we'll go to figure 1. And so I guess one point of contrast is this really brings to my mind the Haunted Mansion, because really the end scene of the Haunted Mansion, especially, so they've just brought it now to Disneyland, but at Disney World, you're on a vehicle. It's a two-way mirror, which that's not a mirror here, but it's a transparent display. And then they're projecting some artificial ghost, so it looks like it's in the car with you. On VelociCoaster, they're taking the ride vehicle and then projecting.
Oh, you mean like with the hitchhiker ghost?
Yeah, the hitchhiker ghost at the end. Sorry. So instead of you seeing it, and they point this out, and that's really the only difference in the claims, and apparently how they got around the known hitchhiker guide, the hitchhiker ghost one, is that you're not seeing yourself on the ride, that the queue is seeing you, or it's someone that's not on the ride. So a bystander or someone waiting in line is watching this and seeing the ride, and then seeing the velociraptors be projected on top of the ride. And so that's only a tiny difference than you seeing yourself on the ride with a ghost being projected on you in pretty much the same, it's a screen. It's still kind of the same thing. This is a transparent screen, so it's a little bit different, so we can talk about that. But figure 1, so it shows you got the people in line standing out here. There's label 22. There's the windows, and they're going to go in a little more detail. They're actually deeper than this. And then they're showing the velociraptors as like cats and dogs. Here is 38, and you can see the train coming by. And so as the train goes by, it's going to sense it, and it's going to put in the cats and dogs to interact with you.
Oh, this This is just something my brain came up with, but I had a thought. So you know that like that Jurassic Park ride in Beijing, like the one that the Indiana
boats?
Jones.
The one that's like
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, and it has like the dinosaur that chases you.
Yeah.
Basically, I thought I thought like it would be really cool if like once you explained to me how like the mirror effect on the Haunted Mansion worked, I thought it'd be really cool. They could have a scene where it's like your car goes by some glass and it could like project like a velociraptor like on the back of your car that like and it gets like thrown off.
Yeah.
That could be kind of cool.
Isn't there? Now you're making me think of something. Isn't there? I guess Spider-Man they make the 3D make it look like he's jumping on your car, but that's not really the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like for the one ride, it's like that I was just talking about. It's like you actually see yourself like in the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
Okay, enough talking about this. Let's actually talk about the patent.
Okay. So figure 2, same thing. You do the dog walking by here, and then the bystander outside watching it. Figure 3. Same thing, just a close up on the windows, the dogs.
They kind of
Where's my cats? The cats have gone.
They kind of but they kind of use this on the Secret Life of Pets ride.
So the Secret Life of Pets, that's what I was wondering about.
It's kind of similar, like where they show you as pets moving around.
Yeah, that's just, so Secret Life of Pets shows you as animations as dogs.
Or
but
cats.
then uses your face movements as animals, and then uses your face movements to kind of control
and other
them.
movements.
Yeah, so it's not really showing you. It's not showing. This is like a hybrid AR more system. So that's like fully digital. This would be somewhat. You got real life with some animated fake.
I'm
things
sure you're gonna get to
filtered in.
this, but something I do wonder is the car like in the queue that you see going by, is that just being videoed from a different place, or is it actually going by you?
It's the actual car going by. I think when it gets all processed through, it looks a little weird because it almost looks fake.
Yeah, but you want to know what I thought would happen?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was being filmed from a different area.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it's the same area. Actually, Theme Park Stop, who does a lot of good videos, has a video on this, talking about that it is the real car, but it just because of the way they light it, and then the way it goes through the transparent display, it just ends up looking a little fake. It makes it look like animated as well, but it actually is the real one. So figure 3 and figure 4, back to the show the animals interacting with this as the train goes by. Figure 5 is an overhead shot showing what they're actually like. So here's the area over here on 22. On the right side is where the line is. Then you've got actually some space there. The transparent displays are set back in some protective glass to help make it look more like, instead of the Raptors being on the first window where they look totally flat, they're spaced back so they look real. I mean,
okay, quick question, just so I get some clarity. So, say you see 22 right there.
That's a person.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is that a person?
Yeah.
Like the funny. 20 is a person. Got it. Those
22 is for people.
And then 20's person, a person
20
on the car.
Oh yeah, sorry, there's people riding. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, it kind of flattens out everything behind it anyway, but so it gives it a little more depth by holding the screen back, which is 32, and you can see that's kind of on the left side of the box there. And that's your transparent display, which is going to take light, is going to show the train going by, the real train. And then on that display, it's going to show the pictures of the puppies and kittens or velociraptors, which would be really fun if they just changed it one day that it was dogs and cats on the ride. Figure 6 and 7 are just kind of standard, going through, augmented reality images or put into a controller and put up on a display. It's kind of just a very simplistic schematic view of how the computer system works that does this. And same 7 is just the flow chart of how to do it. Receive an indication. So the computer has a sensor, tells the car is coming, and so then it knows how fast the car generally goes, so it can kind of it knows when to cue the dinosaurs off and how to have them interact. So then they feed the images in,
But it's always whenever you see the dinosaurs, they always do the same thing after the cars come by.
I thought there was like 2 versions I noticed when we were
There
in line.
might be. I'm not sure.
So maybe it's always the same. They're always just kind of running. They're like, there's ones where they're like walking around, and then there's parts where they're running.
Yeah.
We'll put in the videos of it.
So whenever I'm in that queue, I'm just more interested with the actual dinosaur animatronics of the VelociCoaster.
Oh, the ones in the little, because
Yeah.
they're around the corner, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and this is all before the lockers. So then displayed on the semi-transparent display.
That ride got a fast pass queue, right?
Yeah, it has fast pass.
What
now.
about Hagrid's? Has that one
Just
gone?
barely now.
Okay.
The last couple weeks. So claims are pretty much all the claims are transparent display, and then to get.
What is that? Like the figure one?
We're gonna talk about that in a different video.
Oh. Oh, that's a totally different.
That's gonna be something about Constellation Carousel. Look
okay.
for that video too.
Spoilers.
Just an update because we've already covered Constellation, but we wanted to show a Disney patent. So, kind of what I talked about to get around Haunted Mansion. I mean, the transparent display. Haunted Mansion can just be a display because it's not actually taking anything from behind the ghost. It's using the two-way mirror because you're just seeing yourself. And then they also point out that, where is it? So the ride vehicle, position. So the transparent display is fixedly positioned between the ride area and the viewing area. So they make it clear that you're not on the ride. The people viewing it are not on the ride. So that's how you get a little bit of difference from the Haunted Mansion overlay or with AR and screens. So anyway, that's all I had on this one.
Yep.
Will can sign us out if we're.
Yep, I'm still doing my little fun fact thing. Remember?
What's your fun fact?
But remember how last time I did the fun fact on the Stephen King ride?
Oh yeah.
This time, did you know? Some of you might know this, but on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, they actually use a couple of the same face molds like over and over again.
Do they use it on the same, or they use it because some of them are on like other things like Carousel of Progress and stuff too.
Yeah. But you can see like the same face mold like a couple. If you really look a couple times on different animatronics,
on different pirates and stuff, or townspeople. Okay.
Also, this is a really well-known fact, but what the whistling guy from like the prison scene in Pirates of the Caribbean is actually is also the person from Haunted Mansion blowing out the candles.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. That's our fun fact.
Yeah.
All right. Sign us off then.
That was my sign-off, but bye.
You have to say bye too. You can't just the fun fact.
I know, but bye.
Say fun fact bye.
I said bye.
Fun fact bye.
We're probably going to cut that part out, but bye.
No, this is the fun part.
Bye.